Alrighty, welcome into Appy. It is about that time. I just so happened to have dinner just before stream started today. Oh wait. Oh, the Lex Imperialis expansion has released for Rogue Trader yesterday. Amazing. No past Taku VOD or what? For which stream? They should all be there, I think. Is there something missing? Oh, you said, oh, okay. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, I already had dinner, so. Yep. Today is just gonna blitz straight through with Rogue Trader with no breaks. No breaks today. Well, maybe, I don't know, but not a dinner break anyways. If I can avoid taking meal breaks during stream, I will. But I had, I'm not sure what kind of, oh. Sorry, I didn't even change my screen yet. I had some kind of chicken and like a mushroom sauce or something. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure myself. It was good though. It was good. Made by Mama Taku. And it was quite pleasant. Okay. Yeah, I was grinding through my food to try to be on time today. And I made it. So that's the important thing. I thought I would be a few minutes late, but we're all good. I'm here. Okay. Also, I'm now level.
Let us see what I found.
I'm now level 14, I think, in for Arbides. Okay. Deal with Aurora. Oof. The face of the woman who stands before you is hidden behind a grotesque barred mask, yet the voice pouring out beneath it belongs to someone else. It is the husky, somber bass of a void wolf, a boarder of ships. How predictable your path is, how static, all the possible deaths you have skirted only to perish here in the fiery tempest that will mark the final dawn. The woman turns her mask to Pascal and gloats. You have arrived just in time, little cog. The schismaticals use your regalia like a mask to subdue the reactor. What? Pascal's vox rasps musingly. A cog. I cannot comprehend why apostates try to insult me by comparing me to the sacred symbol of our faith. It is irrational. His visor lights up like a crimson herald of bloodshed, and his drilling mechanandrite whirs viciously as it readies to strike. The sacred cog grinds all corruption to dust. From the dust, I will build order. Pascal announced my arrival. Pascal announced my arrival. Pascal lets out an intimidating binaric trill and announces grimly, with the omnisci's blessing, the rogue traitor Von Valancius has come before the miraculous fusion reactor, seeking to perform purification and eradicate the corruption. All unauthorized persons are hereby ordered to lay down their arms and humbly accept their punishment. Humility is the lot of the meek. I am the harbinger of great changes, and visions of the great cataclysms to come have incinerated what humility I had in my heart. The woman's voice breaks and shifts to a different pitch and timbre. A martyr's voice, young, fervent, and in pain. Time is all but run out. I can hear the fist of the future knocking on the door of the present. Choose quickly what you want to be when it walks in. A blind slave to what is gone, a faithful servant, or what is to come, or a corpse. I would take some time to wrest from you the details of the future that the cult prophesies. Hopefully, when we're done, what's left of you will still be capable of coherent speech. Ooh. What you'll be is a living torch blazing for his glory. Argenta's voice burns with pure hatred and trembles with impatience to make the promise come true. Are they trying to lobotomize someone? No, she's trying to, Oh, welcome to Dark, by the way. To answer the first question, they're not trying to lobotomize someone. There's a cultist that has taken over. This facility is basically like one generator for like the entire planet. And this cultist believes that in some, like, I don't know, some heresy, it's not really known exactly what she's talking about, but she essentially believes that she needs to blow the planet up by blowing up this generator. So that's what's happening. No lobotomies this time, just a giant electric explosion. But to answer Dark's question, are you planning on streaming Death Stranding 2? No. Well, so my answer right now is no. That it'll probably stay that way. I don't plan to stream Death Stranding 2 at all. And the reason for that is because of copyright music. And I'm not sure if there is or is not a streamer mode, but regardless of whether there is, my answer is generally going to be no, at least for the time being. Because I feel like Death Stranding 1, the problem with streaming Death Stranding 1 is that I think there's like no volume slider for the music. There's a lot, the thing is like littered with copyright music, and there's no streamer mode. But at the same time, the copyright music makes a lot of the scenes. It sets the tone and it sets the vibe and the feel. And I feel like the game is not... Death Stranding 1 is not complete without its soundtrack. And I am taking the same mindset going into Death Stranding 2, in that if there is a streamer mode, I feel like the experience is going to be impacted if you're not using the soundtrack that was intended for Death Stranding 2. And if I wasn't using streamer mode, I couldn't stream it. So it's either, if there is a streamer mode, you get a worse experience or not the intended experience. And if you don't use the streamer mode, I can't stream it. So it's, yeah, it's not quite something that it's something that I want to play, but it's not something that I think would be a good stream game. So, and Dark says, fair enough. So true. I mean, I am excited for it, but I'm also excited to play it on PC, so I'm trying to keep spoilers as far away from me as possible. And I'm just gonna wait until it comes out on PC. So, it's better that than buy it twice, you know? But Appy says, Taku's afraid of all the poop talking I'm about to do to Death Stranding 2. It's alright. Appy... Me and Appy do not share the same tastes whatsoever, aside from Dark Tide, so... but yeah, it's that, and... You know, I don't really want to hear all the... This game sucks, this game sucks, this game sucks for, like, 50 hours, so... That's another reason why it doesn't make sense for me to do it on stream. So, yeah, I'm just gonna... I'm most, like, currently, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for it to come out on PC. But if I change my mind, I'll let you know. Currently, my mind is pretty set on waiting to... At least waiting until it comes out on PC. So, yeah. I'm doing a thumbs up, but no one can see it. Anyways, but yeah, welcome in. Are you playing Death Stranding 2 Dark? Death Stranding 1 was amazing, by the way. Well... No, yeah. Generally, I'd say Death Stranding 1 was really good. It did have some moments where I'm kind of like... Sometimes... I'm not sure when Kojima's joking and when he's not. There were a few lines in Death Stranding 1 that were absolute stinkers. But I don't know if he was doing it, like, to be funny, or if he thought that the joke would hit, or if he thought that the moment would hit, but it just doesn't, you know? The worst line in the game, it's the funniest thing to watch streamers react to, but the worst line in the game is when Sam and Amelie are on the beach, and Sam is like, what are we gonna do? Are we just gonna run there? And Amelie's like, yeah, we're gonna run. Like Mario and Princess Peach. It's like, I don't know if you... A part of me just wants to look Kojima in the face and be like, sir, did you think that this was going to be an actually good line? Or did you, like, write it? Is this a joke line or is this serious? Because nobody's taking this line seriously. You know? That's a good one. Everybody that watched that... Welcome into Mandy, sorry. Everyone that watched that line just either face palms or just, like, leans back in their chair. They're just so baffled. But... Yeah, we're gonna run. Like Mario and Princess Peach. And then they, like... And then after that, they run in slow motion. They're, like, skipping together along the beach in slow motion and smiling. It's like, what game am I playing? I feel like I had like a weird fever dream somehow of that moment, but it really did happen. The rest of the game was good. That line though was so incredibly awful. Hopefully that's not spoilers for it. Well, it spoils a moment in Death Stranding, but you were going to be baffled anyway, so it's fine. But Dark says, I might watch Jacksepticeye play it, but I ain't going to play it myself, but it looks alright. Personally, I feel that Death Stranding is one of the worst games to watch if you haven't played it. I think if you've played to me, Death Stranding is better experienced. It's definitely more experienced than a game. I think if you go in expecting game mechanics, yeah, there are, but it's more of an experience. In the same way that like playing Journey or playing Shadow of the Colossus or playing had another game. The one with Trico, you understand. It's more like you play an experience more than you do a game. Like, there are game mechanics, but I think you should go in expecting an experience similar to artistic games that are more about showing you something rather than getting you addicted to the gameplay loop. Although the gameplay loop is good. But Death Stranding 1 is a fun thing to watch people play, but only if you've seen it. Only if you've played it before, in my personal opinion. Because, to me, running around, like doing the deliveries, it's actually really satisfying. And sorry, I see a few questions here. Shoot, never mind. I lost my train of thought. It's fine. Mandy says, my friend is so addicted to Death Stranding 2. I watched my friend play the first couple of hours of Death Stranding 2. It was definitely like watching a vibey movie. And Taku, are you still going to wait a year? To answer the last question, probably. Currently, I'm just going to put a pin in it and say, like, at the very least, I don't plan to buy it anytime soon. But I was saying earlier, but the reason that I don't want to stream it is because the main problem is with copyright music. More than anything, the problem is with copyright music. The first game, the soundtrack sets the tone of moments. It kind of completes the moment. So using a streamer mode to alter the music for Death Stranding 2, I feel would impact the experience in a negative way. Welcome into Azure. Welcome in. I feel like using a streamer mode would impact the music of the game. It would impact the experience, and I want to experience it to its fullest. But if I don't leave streamer mode on, if I leave streamer mode off, then I'm at risk of sudden copyright, and I don't want to like have to weirdly mute the VOD during key moments. Maybe copyright music plays in the background or something. It's just something that I overall don't want to deal with. But I plan to wait. I'm at the very least gonna wait and check it out on PC when it inevitably comes to PC. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna have to wait, but I am looking forward to it. But I was saying that going off of what Mandy was saying about watching the first couple hours of Death Stranding 2, like watching a vibey movie, and Appy asks, time to get hired as an Amazon delivery driver then. Not quite. So, in my opinion, this is from my personal experience, I feel that when you play as Norman Reedus in Death Stranding 1, okay, I'm not talking about 2, but in Death Stranding 1, walking around as Norman Reedus, the game has a certain feel. Like, it doesn't, like, some games you walk around and you're just walking, right? But Death Stranding 1 has a feel to it. You know, like how, say in Dark Tide, for example, the guns have a certain feel. They have a certain feel to them. How you play Titanfall and running around has a certain feel to it. Death Stranding's movement has its own feel that's kind of satisfying, and you can only get that satisfying feel when you play the game. It's not something that you'll notice when you're just watching the game. Which means that for me as the player, it's very satisfying to go on these like long journeys across all these like rocky lands and bringing the package to the destination. For me, it's satisfying because I feel the traversal. It has a feel that's satisfying to me. But for you guys, it's not going to be the same thing. You guys won't feel the journey. So then you're stuck with the cutscenes, but even then the cutscenes are kind of... I was going to say few and far between, but they're definitely far between. Sometimes it'll just lore dump for 45 straight minutes, and then other times it'll be like, here's 5 hours of gameplay, you'll never see a cutscene. So it's kind of all over the place there. But yeah, all this is to say, Death Stranding, personally, objectively, I think it's boring to watch if you've never played it. But it feels different to play. So, and it's something that I personally enjoy. But, you know. Anyways, Azur says Fake Fan doesn't want to buy the game. I don't want to buy anything. But I do plan to play it on PC. I'm not sure whether I want to wait. Regardless, I am the kind of guy that doesn't like to buy stuff the moment it releases. The last time that I got excited about something and got it near release was Cyberpunk, and that was really bad for me. I know everybody's experience is a little different, but for me it was really terrible. Riddled with bugs. And Death Stranding 1 had the same issue. It wasn't as riddled with bugs, but a few months after release, there was a lot of quality of life patches made to the game. And I'm hoping that Death Stranding 2 would receive the same treatment. But Azur says to buy it now and then buy it again on PC. Easy. I could, but I don't know. I mean, I spent so much time on PC at this point that I don't even think about turning my PlayStation on at this point. The one thing that was keeping me turning my PlayStation on was like Hunt Showdown. And now I bought it on PC, so I don't really have a reason to turn my PS5 on. And Mandy says, there's a rumor that a new Animal Crossing game could be announced next month. I'll scream. I'll cry. I hope there is. And I hope there's another Smash, too. I hope there is. I hope the villagers get their personality back. Lily gets all the catchphrases back. We'll have to buy Switch 2. I don't know, man. Azur says, but I fear it'll be like Animal Crossing Cross Country. You can make the whole world. It would be fun. That would be fun. I don't know. There's this one game. It's called like Locomoto or something on Steam. It's in like you play this like an animal, like a humanoid animal. All the people there are just like humanoid animals. And you're in charge of this train and the train's cabins. So you like decorate your train, you go between places, and you like help people out and whatnot. And I kind of hope that would be a really fun Animal Crossing game. A furry. You play as a furry. Yes. If you look up Locomoto, you'll find it. It's essentially... I don't want to say it's exactly like Animal Crossing. They very much have their differences, but it's a game where you play as a furry, you could say. And you decorate your train. You make it just like essentially like a moving hangout spot, and you can go between locations. So, anywho, I feel like you were describing an Amazon delivery guy. Yeah, but you know, I feel like that's scarier. Driving through treacherous downtown Seattle and get lore dumped by a homeless guy with one arm. It's not quite. Not quite. And give a reason Death Stranding 2. What? We can say Taku likes Dead Rising more than Death Stranding 2 because he's only going to buy Death Stranding 2 once. You know, you raise a valid point. I don't know if I agree with you yet, but you do raise a valid point. There isn't going to be another Smash game. That's what you say. That's what you say now, but I mean, Nintendo loves money. For like another 10 years or maybe ever. There has to be. Like Dark says, there has to be. Maybe when you are 30. And Locomoco? No, Locomoto, but Locomocos are pretty good. Yeah. Sakurai's last gift. Retirement gift. I need more Nintendo mascots beating each other. You know, I'm kind of surprised. I heard that that Mario Kart game doesn't have third-party characters. Isn't that strange? Need Waluigi. If there's no Lily, I'm not playing. True fan buys game thrice. Come on now. I don't know about 3 times, but I guess my hesitancy is that I'm really hoping for Stellar Blade to go on sale. Initially, my initial plan was like, I'm gonna get Death Stranding 2, and then I'm gonna get Metal Gear Solid Delta, right? So, Death Stranding 2 at the end of June, and Metal Gear in August, the end of August. Totaling, what, like $140, $70 each, right? And to me, that's a lot of money, right? But then I'm thinking instead, you know, Stellar Blade, oh, that's $60, but it's $80 if you want the deluxe edition, which, you know me. So I'm thinking instead of Death Stranding 2, which is kind of like, I don't know if I could stream that anyways, I could just get Stellar Blade for like roughly the same price that I was going to get. Oh, and don't buy the game yet. Don't buy it yet. Tomorrow is the Steam Summer Sale. See if it goes on sale tomorrow. That's what I'm doing. The reason I haven't bought it yet is because I want to test my luck if it's going to go on sale. Tomorrow the sale starts for the Steam Summer Sale. So I want to see if it'll be at least 10% off. Appy's joking. I can't tell. But I have that mindset though. But yeah. Stellar Blade is for people that are kind of down bad, but you know what? I accept who I am, you know? So. But yeah, I'm thinking instead of Death Stranding 2, Stellar Blade makes a little more sense. Especially since lately I buy stuff. I buy a lot of my games based on whether I can stream them lately. Because I spend so much of my free time streaming that if I'm gonna buy something, I might as well get something I can stream. Otherwise, it gets kind of sidelined and I can't really make a whole lot of progress. Multiplayer things are fine, like Hunt Showdown is fine. Dark Tide is fine, because those, like, you know, you just pick them up when you want, and just put them down when you want. But more story-based stuff is a little bit more difficult when I can only do Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, so you understand. But Dark says, there's a new Sonic Racing, and it's basically the Smash of racing games. They have Steve, Joker, Hatsune Miku, ooh, where's Kashi? And Alik said maybe SpongeBob characters, definite. Finally, Sega's cooking. Ah, that is exciting, that is exciting. I want to see the finished product because I've been burned too many times by bad Smash knockoffs. Maybe not burned, but I've seen too many bad Smash knockoffs. PlayStation All-Stars, is probably the top example. Multiverses is the other example. I think there's one more. But, I don't know. I mean, if it's a racing game, you can't really go wrong with racing, you know? Kashi's probably losing her mind over Miku. I can believe that. Appy says, so is Nier Automata. Yeah. I didn't care for that game, but yeah. Or the story, I mean. Gameplay was good, though. In all seriousness, I mean, I showed up for obvious reasons, but in all seriousness, the gameplay is really good, the story is whatever. But Mario Kart World has the speedrunners foaming at the mouth. I believe that. Mandy says, but Taku, you end stream to go to bed. Air quotes. Game. It depends on what time it is, and it depends, like, how much I want to do something. On Monday, I just ended because I wanted to play Dark Tide. But, yeah, it depends. I don't know. Sometimes okay, usually I need, like, a moment of silence before I go to sleep. If I just talk and then I fall asleep, I'm gonna lose my mind. I need to just, like, talk, take my break, sit in silence, and then I go to sleep, so. Depends on the day. Azura says, Taku, you should get into indie games then. They are cheaper and are pretty well designed depending. The last time I tried to get an indie game, it was Sable, which I was really excited to play. Welcome into Crusader, by the way. Abelard announced my arrival. This is Crusader. Rogue Trader. Welcome in. We're talking about games right now, but the last time I got an indie game, it was Sable, which was a mistake, because it has copyright music. The moment I turned it on, I realized, like, oh, there's vocals. It's got to be copyright. And then I checked. Yep, copyright. So, you know, the hell's that noise? Somebody's lawnmower going off? I don't know if you guys can hear that. I hope you can. Anyways, so that totally derailed my train of thought. Oh, the other game I was playing was Drova. That one I don't stream because I don't... Honestly, I think it would be kind of boring to watch. And nobody's watching it on Twitch, which kind of proves my point. So I was playing that on my own, and then I just kind of fell off of that. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying no to indie games, but it depends on what the game is. Dark says, PlayStation All-Stars, what a throwback, so true. Crusader, hello, we love games, so true. Time to start playing simulator games like me. Simulator games don't really appeal to me personally. I'm generally not like a... I don't know how to put it. But Appy is very much like a gameplay and numbers and kind of like generally just improving the numbers kind of a gamer. I don't know how to describe that. Like simulator games, I don't know. To me, I don't quite... I have like a little bit of that itch, but not the same kind of thing. I'm more of a story game kind of guy, personally. So, I don't know. Sim games just don't appeal to me personally to play. Greetings all you wonderful people. Welcome in Crusader. Sorry, I'm kind of on a bit of a tangent right now. How much for gas station sim? $12, very nice. Not even $12. Was falling asleep last night, saw those guys dancing into the shop. Alien Raptor Conga line. Nice. What am I doing next? I've been going kind of where the wind blows lately in terms of my game decisions. Right now I'm trying to commit to doing Road Trader. But I'm not sure what the future holds for us, because I get excited about stuff and then I stop getting excited about it. Currently, the next thing I want to play is Stellar Blade, so assuming I get it, that's probably the next thing. Don't quote me on that, but that's kind of what I'm leaning towards at this moment. Unless I find something else on sale. I know that 1000X Resist is supposed to be really good. I don't know much about that personally. Yeah, the game will be a little down bad, but it's all right. It's fine. It's fine. Crusader says, honestly, I feel that I just booted Rogue Trader back up. Forgot exactly where I was. The hard part about Rogue Trader is that I can't... This is the kind of game that I would play on a Saturday for a few hours, but I can't play this game once a week. Because, for one thing, it's super long, so I don't want to... I don't want it to be, like, on the channel for, like, 6 to 9 months if I did that. It would just take too long. And also, I forget what happens. Like, if I go 3 days without playing this game, I forgot where I was. I can go, like, 2 days at most. But anything longer than that, I don't know what's happening. But Mandy says, I'm going to take a shower real quick and a lurk. No worries. I hope you enjoy your lurk. But yeah. What else is there to stream? I don't know. I gotta look at my wish list. Oh, I don't think I'll stream this, but Persona 5 The Phantom X actually came out today or yesterday. So, I don't know much about it, but my understanding is that it's like a gacha-ized Persona 5. It's like if someone redid Persona 5 as a gacha. That's pretty much what that is. But it's free. I don't know how pay to win it's gonna be. I imagine it's pretty pay to win, but I haven't played it, so I'll probably play that off stream. I don't know if you guys would be interested in that, maybe, but it's free, so I mean, I guess I could. If it's free, I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to try, but you know. Anyways, all right, back to it. Ah, Cassia squints and looks away. Yellows, reds, violets, oranges, blues, wild colors that scorch the eyes. But where the motley masks end, nothing but a colorless void remains. Let's see. And welcome into Asray as well. It's Ray Del Rey. And sounds like fun. So true. I don't remember what I said. Oh, actually, I remember. Yeah, it was Persona. Now, Persona 4 Golden is my favorite game of all time. Persona 5 Royal is like a close second. You know, I might move it down, actually. I did enjoy Persona 5, though. But I mean, if you've ever been interested... Actually, no, maybe I shouldn't recommend that. I was gonna say... If you're interested in Persona, you should check out Persona 5 The Phantom X, because it's free. But... I don't know if it's truly representative of what the other games are like, so in that way, it's kind of like, I'm not sure if I should be recommending that. I can recommend it on the basis that free is free. You know, if you don't like it, just delete it, I guess, but it's free, so. But yeah. Long time no see, my goat. He is for certain the goat. So kind of you, Crusader, to say that about me. But yeah. Okay. Who are you? My name is known to you. I am Aurora, servant of Uralan the Cruel, and the spark of the final dawn that is destined to set Rykad my Norse ablaze. A great path for one who was born into the Imperium's bondage, but shunned her predestination in favor of the changes promised by the Edge of Daybreak. Excuse me. Hmm. Whose servant are you? Is Urlan a demon or just another heretic? Resounding laughter comes from behind the mask. Your flippancy is so amusing. Why, you have no inkling of the chasm that separates us. He is a prophet who foresaw our impending doom and who graciously bestowed upon us the right to choose a different path. He is a shard of ancient wisdom from a time before we were slaves to our bitter predestination. Rogue trader, I can't wait to close this creature's mouth with the seal of death. Or are you saving this glorious deed for yourself? The edge of daybreak, is that your unholy patron? Our teacher, our savior, born in the immaterium out of the woes of those laboring under a legacy of ignorance and servitude. You cannot see the woman's face behind her mask, but judging by her tone of malicious triumph, you could swear she is smiling. And he remembers you, Taku von Valancius. The silly savior fantasy you have been acting out amuses the true masters of those people's fates. All my homies hate the final dawn. So true, Crusader. It sounds like a heretic, so true. We shall not stand for your vile heresy. Let's see. So what is this final dawn? It is all your followers ever talk about. Salvation from a death whose name is yet unknown, but whose approach is sensed by many. Soon it will claim every inhabitant of the Coronis expanse. Do you think anyone will come to our aid when cataclysms shake our homes and planet-wide genocides are unleashed? Will the Emperor help? Or the doll of iron they call the Omnissiah? No. We will die alone and abandoned. Only one deity is promising salvation, the Edge of Daybreak. Mercy and salvation will come to all who believe in him and purify their souls in the light of the final dawn. What servitude are you talking about? What predestination? Everyone born in the Imperium has a predestination. The soldier, the commoner, the administratum official, the technomat, the void rat, all are consigned to serving the Golden Throne and then dying a grim death for its glory. The Imperium never thinks twice about treating people as exploitable and expendable. After all, they are the most easily replenished of all resources. Even your path is predestined, Rogue Trader. You will inevitably perish on your quest to expand humanity's domain, and your end will be particularly grim and ghastly. The fruits of your efforts will be enjoyed by others, the eternal aristocrats who dwell on Mars, Terra, and other safe worlds. They insist that it is the natural order of things, but that is a lie. It is an order that benefits them. Why are you blinding people? Do you think they are blind? They see far more than you do. Through reflections and mirrors blessed by the energies of the Immaterium, the Edge of Daybreak reveals to them visions of true existence and gives them glimpses of what is to come. The eyes lie. Our erstwhile masters have taught them to see only what is consistent with the lies they tell. The gift we give is that of true sight. The woman takes a glass prism out of the folds of her clothes and looks at you through it with a mocking chuckle. The prism's bluish-pink sheen imprints itself on your retinas as though it has been burned into them. Guess what I see when I look at you? I think that is enough heretical talk. Conversations about truth always frighten ignorant minds. This guy is cooking. This guy? Aurora? I don't know. I mean, yeah, you die and... No, I guess it does kind of it makes some degree of sense. That, you know, if the Emperor doesn't care about you, then you should just follow whoever Aurora worships, but... I don't know if that's the solution either, you know? It's just another person to take advantage of you, right? Conversations about truth always frighten ignorant minds. You wanted my head. Why? Or your people wanted my head. Why? Brother Twilight, known to you as VTuber, marked you as a target. Your foiling his plan sealed your death warrant. It is now a predestined certainty that changes can no longer affect. What? Are you trying to blow up the reactor? I am lighting the spark of the final dawn. Sometimes the future revealed in the edge of daybreak's visions is fragmented between the facets of possibility and the view is unclear. I have glimpsed the importance of this place for what is to come, and I have solved the puzzle. The flash of purity will transform this world and bring it closer to the immaterium, in which it will be reborn. False believers will perish in the fire, whilst the faithful will find their salvation and their new form in it. You will never tame the spirit of this ancient and noble machine, ignorant layperson. It does have a vile temper, but I have assistants who can help tame it. The woman nods casually toward the maimed Electro priests, whose hands are affixed to the control panels with steel stakes. Where? Oh, there we go. One of the servants of the Omnissiah casts a tortured glance at you, his voice trembling with horror. Blasphemous spirits have crawled under our skin and into our sacred iron. Take the motive force of our bodies, I implore you. We do not wish to offend the Omnissiah with the sacrileges our hands are committing. Damn. They resisted for a long time, but now their bodies and souls belong to the schismaticals. Line after line, the scrap code they produce will awaken the reactor's unyielding spirit as well, and it too will yearn for change and freedom. Enough. I will rid Rykad Minoris of your tyranny. The woman's voice becomes thin and brittle, like that of an innocent child. Execute them, in the name of the Edge of Daybreak. The Electro Priests rip their hands off of the command panels, rending their flesh on the stakes that pierce them. As their schismatical controlled bodies are imbued with the motive force radiance, all the unfortunates can do is scream in horror and plead for a swift death. Aurora begins muttering an unholy litany in broken Gothic. You cannot make out her blasphemous words, but the name of the heretic keeps repeating. The Edge of Daybreak digs into your hearing like a blade into defenseless flesh. Its sound is almost physically painful. It spawns strange and impossible phantoms in your mind. However, you manage to muster your strength and banish it from your mind. Your heresy shall not taint my mind. Did you just throw something at me? Just threw something at me. So... Oh, rounds until reactor explodes. That's not good. Okay, so I am a little confused, though, about heresy. Does... So... If I in the Warhammer universe spoke heresy, will that actually have like a magical corrupting effect on other people? Or is it corrupting in the sense that people start to think differently about the Emperor? Yes? So it's a mix of both? Because I'm not really sure whether heresy is considered, like, actually bad magic, or if it's just, like, any kind of bad talk about the Emperor is unacceptable. You know? I'm not sure. Aspen says, I think the chaos starts affecting people when they speak heretical words. That's what it seems like, yeah. Crusader says, heresy does come in many forms. The most common is a changing of others' ways of thinking. Okay. So... Huh. Okay. I think I'll have to read a little bit more about chaos. Because at first I was like, oh, heresy is just a different worldview that you shouldn't entertain. But now that Aurora is saying heresy and it's like piercing our mind or something, it's kind of like, I don't really know if it's truly just words, you know? If you bad talk the Emperor, it ends up opening one's mind to the corrupting forces of chaos in the long term. Ah! Interesting. Okay. Very interesting. Alright. I think I'm good for now. Okay. Sorry. Let's get this let's get this bread. Shall we, gamers? Okay. Abelard, you can move up there, I guess. Actually, wait, no, Abelard, move over here. Let's move Cassia here, and then just have Cassia. And then we'll have Cassia just stare at everyone, I guess. Ah, no, go back. Okay. Good enough. 2 rounds. This might be my first game over. Okay. One of the biggest downfalls of the Emperor's plan was completely wiping any records of chaos and suppressing the knowledge of chaos in an attempt to close his most powerful people's minds to it. Ah. I see. I see. Same thing with technology, I suppose, huh? And it inevitably backfired and started the Horus Heresy. I thought the Horus Heresy was more of a power trip, wasn't it? I thought Horus was having a power trip and wanted to like gain favor with the Emperor or something, so he tried to overthrow the Emperor or something like that. Where's Kashi? TakuTetra? The Cogitator? Oh, brother. But if you're talking about Kashi herself, she's in Japan, yeah. Or last I checked, anyways. Or not checked. Last I heard. Okay.
Naturally.
Let's try this. I should have gave him a grenade or something. Ah, damn it. Yeah, don't... Cassia's gonna move eventually, so I'm just gonna leave him.
But of
I'm
course,
just gonna hope for the best. I can't believe you missed.
let's see to it.
Okay. I don't know about this. Okay, so let's run and gun so that the next attack costs 1 less AP and does not count towards the attack limit.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Ah, shoot! But that doesn't matter because this guy's standing right next to me, so I can't really do much of anything anyways. No, I can move back, I guess.
I will bathe this battlefield
Try
in
moving
righteous
back
fury.
first. Okay.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Damn. I'll shoot that other guy. Okay. Close enough, I suppose. There's a lot more than I thought there was. The guys up front are kind of a problem, but... Up. Electro Priest. Sir. Are you not on my side? How nice to hear she's in Japan. Very well traveled, so true. And Horace originally wanted Big Daddy E's approval, but Big E wasn't the best father to any of his sons. Because of his lack of emotional attachment to them, led Horace to discovering the Chaos Gods, who then promised him a better Imperium with their help. Ah. Okay. I see. I think I understand now.
Who if not me?
Oh shoot, I should have buffed Argenta before I did that. That's fine. That's fine. It's whatever. Okay.
It's as good as done.
Oh. Oh, whoops. Wait. Oh, Voice of Command is this one. Word of the Emperor is a separate thing. Okay. My bad. My bad. That's the wrong thing. Okay, so I think if I go here, I should be able to... Oh, no, I don't even need to move. Wait. What? No. What? No, yeah, if I move one up, then it's good. Let's move one up. Whack 'em. They parried. That's crazy. That... insane, actually. That is actually... That is actually insane. Okay, these guys are going to be dead soon, so... Let's focus on somebody else. I could have sworn Cassia had a turn. I don't know what happened to Cassia's turn, though. Oh, still up there.
How dare you!
This is not looking particularly good. Okay, so Sworn Enemy I think makes the most sense. If the target attacks the warrior during this round, the warrior gains 1 AP. So we'll try Sworn Enemy this guy.
Indeed.
Then we'll just swing at this dude.
At your beck and call. I took care of this one.
Never mind, it's all good. Okay. Crusader says he wanted to stop the Imperium from decaying into stagnation, originally good intentions. But then the usage of chaos as well as the corruption of the Horus brothers led to his own corruption, and thus the power trip to civil war. Ah. I see. I see. Man, it would be so cool to have a Warhammer series that went over that period of time.
Clad in scarlet.
Would be so cool. I should honestly... Like, I really hate books. But... it's kind of starting to make a lot of sense to me to just, like... to start, like, an audiobook or something. Because I spend so much of my, like, non-stream time just, like, listening to YouTube videos in the background. I could just listen to a book. I don't know. I guess I'll do Abelard.
If you insist,
I'll see if he
Lord
can
Captain.
charge. Can you charge that far? Wait. Can you charge? Wait. Charge! Do it! Yeah, you can.
I will do my duty. Reduce to dust.
Not bad.
For
Okay.
Convalentius.
All good there.
At your
Slice
beck
the
and
hell
call.
out of this guy.
Follow my lead.
Okay. And it would be honestly awesome if they did. So true. Audiobook try 28ish. There's probably 1,000 hours of audio recordings of Horus Heresy. Most of them are very good. Ah. Alrighty.
One fewer time.
I think if I listened to anything, it'd probably be Warhammer. Warhammer something.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
I'm gonna move up as far as I can. Even if I can't attack.
Stop me.
Is that what? For a moment it said rounds until reactor explodes was 3, and then it went back to 2. Strange.
I'm not injured. I'm enraged.
Oh, I thought somebody died. On my team. Nothing I can really do about this guy, though. Yeah, you know what? Let me split off into teams of 2. Just because we
The
can.
Emperor is on our side.
Okay.
I won't object to it.
Nice parry. Feel bad about killing these Electro Priests, but do what you gotta do. In the world of Warhammer.
Rejoice in battle.
Alright, smoke that guy. Argenta, I'm so disappointed. Yeah. Damn. Okay. Oh, but this lightning arc kind of sucks now, huh? Damn. Okay.
I'll see to it
I'll
personally.
buff Argenta.
I'll make it happen.
And then I'll have Argenta
Who
shoot.
if not me?
I don't know if she should shoot that guy in the back there. I want to make the most of the damage I've got. I'll shoot that guy, whatever. Okay, the more of these guys you kill, the more rounds you get, I guess. That's probably how I got a random round over here. Probably killed one of these guys. Okay, understandable. Very understandable. Oh. Pasquale, my good man. Smoke in, thank you. Weapon recoil. Down, good. Suppose we just... Good. Okay.
At your beck and call.
Sworn enemy, this guy. And... we shall Reckless Strike. I'm hoping that this guy tries to hit me back. Gain an action point. Ah, damn it, I did. I did gain a point, but it didn't really matter. I can't attack again anyways.
I've suffered worse.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
I'll have Abelard hit this guy again. Alright, Abelard, let's hit him. Reckless Strike. Let's go!
Reduced
Got him.
to dust.
Let's go, dude. Oh, we got movement points. Let's go! Alright.
My place
Move
is
up.
at the fore.
Time to move on. Oh, wait. What? Didn't I just use this? Oh, no, I used, bring it down. Okay. Well, Abelard. I can't do it again. Oh, wait, no, I can't.
I'll paint your death in colors.
Alright, Abelard. One more time. Let's
It
just
will
kill
be
another guy.
I will do my duty. One fewer tongues.
Abelard is just one-man armying everybody. Absolute menace.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Absolute menace. Oh, that almost killed him too. Nice. Oh, I should have buffed him. I should have gave him a voice to command before I just let him go. That's fine. I keep forgetting to buff everybody. Oh! Yeah, that's not good. That is very unfortunate.
Crush the feeble.
We're getting shot up too.
I need a foothold.
What is this? Oh, 10 strength and 10 toughness until end of combat. Damn, I should have given it to Abelard. Oh, I can! Nice. Kind of wild I can do it from that far away, but
Let's see to it.
it's okay.
God
I'll shoot
Emperor,
that guy.
move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
I need to kill as many of these Electro Priests as I can. So I gotta bring that health down.
I am ready for whatever comes.
Okay. Argenta, shoot. This guy, I
That is
guess.
for the man who can escape
Nice.
the Emperor's judgment.
And I will shoot this guy. Alright. So that didn't work. That definitely didn't work. Exploit that guy. Expose weakness that guy. Good. Alright, here's the problem. I got Abelard right next to this Chaos Spawn, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do about it just yet. I shall sworn enemy the Chaos Spawn, just to be safe. I am going to buff myself with extra health, and then I'm going to swing and hope for the best.
Victory is imminent.
Yow. I don't know why this... I mean, I know why this got held. This is fine though. Crusader says, Abelard, take his balls. Abelard, take his balls. You know what? Let me... Nah, I don't know if I want to move back. I have all these movement points, though. Whatever. I'll just... It's fine. I should have Abelard keeping the Chaos Spawn in place. So let me move up, and I'll tell Abelard
I
to go
have
again.
read tomes of military tactics.
Alright. I don't know if I can stack these, but I will. I'll definitely try. Did it stack? Okay. Slash him. Not bad. Not good either, but not bad. Ah, I always forget that buff, man.
That is
Oh, I
foolishness.
couldn't do it anyways. Okay.
Isn't this a
Increase
job
your
for the
resolve.
stars?
Increase hit chance. Okay. Ooh, nice. 0 damage. Not bad, Abelard. Not bad at all. Heinrichs, you're kind of trash though, not gonna lie. You're kind of trash.
Get me a target.
Oh, you can. Yeah. Buff Abelard again.
But of course, Lord
This
Captain.
game is just gonna turn into me buffing Abelard over and over again, and Abelard soloing everybody. Okay. I can't believe I missed.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave.
Okay.
Faith without eradicated.
Nice.
I'll do it.
I'm gonna start making my decisions a little bit quicker.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Welcome into Kashi. Welcome back. Speak of the Kashi. What the heck is a Kashi-tator? It's a cogitator that Azure has so lovingly dubbed the Kashi-tator. Welcome in, Kashi-chan. How are you, Kashi-chan? How's life? How's Japan? Are you back from Japan yet? Or are you still there? OMG, OMG. Mandy, come back! Mandy! It's her. It's Kashi. Herself. Can I shoot this guy? Oh, no line of sight. Don't know what that is. It's some Warhammer thing. I don't know how to explain it either. But just got back yesterday. Very nice. Do you have any pictures, Kashi-chan, of your trip? Would you be so willing to share your pictures with class? I'm a mid-level boss at best. Interesting. I can't buff myself. Whatever. Buff Pascal. Buff that guy.
My gut tells me it's a bad
Yeah.
idea.
Target's next attack will ignore cover and have double effective distance! Alright, Argenta, don't fail me now. Just stand out in the middle of nowhere and aim. Oh, maybe I should have done that on Pascal. It's fine. We might hit anyways. Yep, got him. Not bad. Let's see. Love how well traveled you are. Where else have you been? Take you with me next time, bud. Would love to hear of Kashi's adventures. So true. So true. Kashi, let's hear it. And outside of USA, Canada, Mexico as a kid, I don't remember. Italy, Greece, China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Japan. I think that's it. I can't relate. I've never left the US.
Something worse.
Not once in my entire life have I ever left the US. I don't know what it's like out there. I've seen pictures and videos, and that is all.
Indeed.
Cannot
I will do
relate,
my duty.
unfortunately. So let's move up and we'll
I am a navigator,
give Abelard
not
one
a
more.
servitor.
Damn, I should have sworn enemy. That's fine. How many Miku merch did you buy? One from Gachapon. It wasn't Miku. Damn. As for picks, I do have lots, but IDK if I'll share, too many to go through to make sure I'm not doxing myself. Come on! You don't want to, you know, just little dox? A little tiny dox? What is a picture if not a tiny dox? Hold on. Ah, you know what? I'm just gonna do the stare. I know Abelard's gonna get hit, but it's too good to pass
Isn't
up.
this a job for the serfs?
Abelard will be fine.
Another fur painted black.
There we go. Way too good to pass up. Okay. Hopefully he passed the willpower resistance test. This dude right here is giving me all the problems. It's just this one guy. The Chaos Spawn. Everybody else is a distance problem.
Let's see to it.
Let's see. I realized I doxed my own name in my own Discord. LMFAO. If any of you saw it, act like you didn't. Okay, will do. All I want is food picks. So true. I'll take more, if you got more. The randoms of the internet can have a tiny dox as a treat. Come on, just a little treat. Just a tiny dox. Not even the tiniest of doxes. Just a tiny one.
Naturally.
Just a little dox. Just a little tiny dox. Yeah, and that shot was terrible. Oh, dang. I can't. Oh no, I can shoot that one guy. It's only one dude though.
The enemies
Alright.
of the Emperor will be undone.
Just do it, I guess.
Is
Not
a
bad.
prayer.
Not good. But whatever. Okay, we gotta get going. We gotta kill this Lecture Priest.
Let's make some opportunities.
Don't know how. But we gotta do it. Oh, I didn't realize you can take aim just over and over again. Wow. That's fine. Ow! Ow! Taking a hair thing off. Pulling my hair. We all know Asray's first name is the goat. Asray's first name is not Asray? I've been lied to. Who needs to dox themselves on app? He can do it for you. Guys, it's so funny. Thank you. Random chance. Let's see. Posting music for months. And only realized afterwards my AirPods were connected. Ah! Damn. I missed it. I missed the docs. One of the highlights of my life. I missed. Forever.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
You know what? He's 39 health. I'm just gonna buff really hard and just hope for the best.
Victory is
I don't know if this will work, but I'm buffing.
at your beck and call.
I am buffing. Oh, I buffed so hard I accidentally buffed all of my action points off. Okay, well. Yeah, I buffed a little too hard.
I'm not
That's okay.
accustomed to
Abelard
being
can
ordered
do it again.
around.
It's fine. You know what? Don't buff so hard this time. Just
It will be
swing.
done.
I don't care. Just swing. I buffed way too hard. I don't know where I messed up in the math, but I made a mistake. Oh no, you can still move and hit him. Yeah,
If
kill
I
him.
may,
Kill him. Cassia, I'm so disappointed, Cassia. We were this close to greatness.
help me, Lord.
Ouch. Okay, well. So incredibly disappointed, Cassia.
Everyone, step aside. I'm done with this one.
See, Heinrich's got the kill, and Heinrich's is trash. You know? That's how you know that you failed. Heinrich's is trash. At least right now. Okay. Let's see. Koi saying something like your first names are similar. All I must do is extrapolate from Koi's name. Do I even remember Koi's name? It's been so long. No! Even I don't know Koi's name. Isn't that crazy? I've known Koi for like well over a year now. Year and a half? Still don't know. Your name is Kawaii to me. Last name Kashi. Crusader said, you just made Abelard move 17 spaces. Or, no, just made Abelard move 17 spaces in my own combat. Abelard is a true one. I agree. Abelard is truly built different. Truly built different.
For the throne's glory.
Oh, wait. You can restore all AP and MP. Okay, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna see how far I can go. Okay, it's not super far, but it's better than nothing. We need to kill this guy. This is like the last guy alive. I'll Iron Arm Pascal, I guess?
Let's see
I
to
don't
it.
know. I don't know what to do there. Let's see. Bet you don't even know my name. Appy? Your name isn't Appy? I could have sworn your name was Appy. Really? Not Appy?
I will bathe this
Oh, shoot,
battlefield in righteous fury.
Damn. Oh, I guess he can dash. Yeah. Oh, he's stuck. Oh, can I hit him?
this
No, I
is
can't.
unacceptable.
I should have added the momentum, but it's fine. That's fine. We'll be fine.
It's as good as done.
Just a little...
Who if
Just a
not me?
little bit of
I'll make
difficulty on the path to success, as one has. As one does. Alright, shoot that guy. 25%. Insane. Really? 25%? Here, use that on yourself. 25%, really? You can't... My man. We're like right here. I'm like literally right here. Oh, nice. Never mind. Not bad.
Request denied.
What? Target is under attack.
Brace yourself.
Alright, Abelard.
Follow my lead.
I think he needs to kill to move further, though.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
Let's see. How quickly friendships fade. Reach it. Oh, and Kashi, say hello to Crusader. Say hello to Crusader. Kashi is a longtime friend of the channel. Let's see. Did you go to the Butterfly Museum? Didn't. Friend is very strong. So true. Next time solo tripping. be first stop. Whale shark, my beloved. I see. I have never seen a whale shark. Can I? No, I can't. Yeah. Alright, Cassia, go in front of Heinrichs. You.
Do not dare
Damn it.
ask.
No. We're so close, man. We're like seconds away from this reactor
The
exploding.
Emperor is on our side.
Oh, please. Okay, we're good. It's done.
Be gone.
We're good. Enough. Now an aged, rattling voice speaks to you from behind the bloodstained mask. You are powerless to halt the approach of what is to come. I see a crimson trail leading humanity to its doom. I see the glow of the final dawn, and that means existence has made its choice. A dagger flashes in Aurora's hand. She drives it into the control panel with all her strength. Now you will see it too. Why didn't we just shoot her? If Aurora is gonna make the planet explode, why don't we just... I mean, I know the control panel's behind her, but why don't you just... Whatever. It's fine. We're just gonna let it happen, I guess. Oh. Alrighty. A blinding voltaic arc bursts forth from the broken control panel and strikes at Aurora's uncanny mask. Its metal heats up, smoke billows through the bars, with a howl, the cultist collapses. The light is gone. Was that it? The final dawn? But why was it so different from what our teacher promised? Aurora shakes her head blindly. Her voice is now the voice of an ordinary middle-aged woman, frightened and in pain. You will pay for this. You will. You... The woman's body goes limp and collapses on the floor. Her iron mask hits the ground with a dull thud. Pascal examines the corpse with a contempt, then concludes dryly, confirming purgation and termination. Heinrichs grimaces in disgust. The heretic took her secrets with her. Pity. The motley hues have rejected her, leaving only a grayish-green thread, the noose that the heretic put around her own neck. I have seen this many times before. No one can escape fear itself. So true. Crusader says, hello Kashi. I am very new here, so pay me no mind. I stumbled upon this gold mine of a channel, thank you, because I am an avid Warhammer nerd and totally haven't been inducing a Warhammer haze into Taku. You don't have to induce it into me, it's already here. I'm already... I mean, your inducing does egg me on a little, but my Warhammer brain rot is terminal. I have like 8 games now. So I own like 8 in my Steam library. But yes, it is very nice to have you here, Crusader. You are a very wonderful addition to our channel. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I think I'm picking up what you're laying down. Crusader came in the right time in the midst of Taku Warhammer arc, so true. Kashi says to welcome in, glad to see more people interested in Warhammer. Taku's been pretty into these games, but most of us know nothing about the game / don't watch stream gameplay. So true. So true. You are a scoundrel. Thank you? Question mark? I put the deuce in induce, if you know what I mean. I lost brain cells from that one. Heinrichs approaches Aurora's body and leans over it. A minute, please. Taku, I need no more than a minute. Sir, what are you... I don't think this will interrupt him. We can inspect the control panel damaged by Aurora. Xenost has succeeded. The Cogitator... The Kashitator... There it is probably well beyond repair. But your attention is drawn away from the sacred machine and toward the dagger sticking out of the control panel. On closer inspection, it turns out to be the lavishly decorated handguard of a sword whose blade has been pried out. Its pommel is decorated with a strange adornment, resembling an eye covered by a scaled lid. What remains of the blade has a blue sheen to it, the same tint as Voigt de Veer's weapon during the mutiny on your void ship. Ah, interesting. I have like one nose hair that's making the inside of my nose itch. Ah! Ah! Okay, give me a second. I gotta turn the light on in my room. It's too dark. Can't see. Well, I mean, I can see the screen, but can't really see anything else. Alrighty, back. Whew. Let's see. Space Marine 2 Dark Tide 40k Bolt Gun Rogue Trader painting Warhammer figurines. Not the Warhammer figurines. No, I'm like in the middle of miniature painting arc. The reason is because I wanted collectibles for Warhammer. There was a Warhammer store like near where I used to live, like a Games Workshop. And since I was moving, I was like, oh, I might as well go and pick up some. Really? Yes. Well, okay, so let me explain. I was moving and I was near a Games Workshop, so I thought to myself, I'll just pick some up since I'm already here, right? And I went in. I didn't realize that you actually need to paint stuff. I'm generally not like, I generally don't like to paint. It's just not really my thing. And to this day, it's still not super my thing. It's okay, but ultimately, I figured I got this like Space Marine 2 starter kit. It comes with Titus from Space Marine 2 and some Tyranids, and it comes with like a really basic few paints. So I initially got the Space Marine 2 set. That's the first kit I bought. And I was not super hyped about painting it, but my uncle is really into painting stuff, so I ended up painting it with my uncle. I enjoyed doing stuff with my uncle because we don't really do a whole lot of stuff much anymore. So it was nice to be able to spend time with my uncle. And then from there, I didn't really want to just like, you know, to me, it was a really fun thing to do with my uncle, and I thought, you know, I might as well keep it going. So then at that point, I got, I don't remember if, I think he got me paints, some additional paints to finish the set, and then I think I bought more figurines. That, or I bought more figurines and he got me more paints. I don't know, but anyways, but yeah, now it's just something I do with my uncle. So I do enjoy the time I spend with my uncle. You know, it's not so much about the painting. The painting can be kind of fun. It's like somewhere between okay and fun, but it's whatever. It's more about the time I spend with my uncle, you know? And I think, I don't know, especially since my family's been getting pretty old lately, I don't know. Like, they're not going to be around forever, and something to remember them by when they inevitably do pass, I think is important, you know? So, but yeah, my uncle's old, so, gotta spend what time you can get with the uncle. Anywho, sorry, I missed a few messages here. But yeah, I don't think I'll turn it into a painting channel. The reason for that is because I'm too worried about me dropping the camera and just like doxing myself. So probably not. If it was easy, sure, but I don't really want to drop it on my table and dox myself. Asbury says, this is really just a chat room with Taku playing a game in the background. I agree. I agree. And I love that for us. He's already buying Space Marines and painting them. So true. The first kit I got was the Space Marine 2 exclusive set. The second kit I got was the Infernus Squad. Keyboard is Squad. I think if you say like Infernus Marines or something, I think that's like a different set. There's one that I think is verbatim Infernus Squad. That's what I got. So that's what we're working on now. He's gonna pluck his nose hair, guys. He's turning on a light. No, I don't pluck nose hair. I actually have like a little it's like tweezers, except they can be used to cut nose hair. So I stick these tweezers in my nose, and then I just boop, and I just cut them. I don't pluck them. That's diabolical. So, he's so cook chat, so true, bro. If you gotta explain, yeah. But yeah, so I have that kit. It's a great to get started with. Thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed painting it a lot. I'd say Titus isn't fully finished yet. There are a few details I need to add, but so far it's going pretty well. The only step that's left is to start building 40k game board in his garage. I don't know. I don't know if I'm like... I don't know. I mean, ultimately, if I keep getting figures, then I might as well just play the game, right? The next set that I'm eyeing is actually the Dark Tide set. There's little figurines specifically for like a Dark Tide board game. That's what I'm eyeballing next. It's like 80 bucks. I think it recently rose like 100 bucks. Kind of wild, but that's the one I'm looking at next. Speaking of uncles, mine owes me a rifle. What? Huh? What are you gonna get? Old 303, very nice. Used to belong to my great grandpa, very nice. Heirloom rifle, very nice. Gun as a family heirloom is cool, very nice. Kashi says, wait, I take it back. Painting channel when? Oh, dude, actually, if I did make a painting channel, you guys can actually see the scar on my hand where I just like sliced my... You know that one time that I was cutting the avocado and I had to get stitches because I sliced my hand? You guys can actually see the scar that's on my hand. It's still there. It's not as noticeable as it used to be, but it's still there. If I like close my fist, you can see it. One of my buddies used to own Colt revolver from Civil War. Very nice. Promise not to look. Promise to look and clip. Come on. Crusaders being cool about it, you know. I dox myself. Promise not to look. Very nice. Promise to screen record any clips you make. Insane. Nose hair trimming stream when? Probably not anytime in the near future, but sub to his OnlyFans. This guy. Welcome into Giggles. We get to see Taku flesh. Why do you gotta put it that way? Avocado knife lore. That one time I just disappeared for like a month because I cut my hand. Avocado knife. Not as good as poop knife. Curse chat time. Wild way to phrase it. No, but I don't know. I don't know how that camera setup would work. I don't even have a camera to do that. Like, I have the cameras that like my old MacBook that I used to stream from. There's a camera on that, but it's like the one attached to the screen. It's not like a separate camera. So I don't know. Would that even be fun to watch? I don't know if that'd be fun to watch. To me, I feel like Warhammer painting is more like a time lapse kind of situation. You know? I guess it doesn't matter. It's more of a chat room anyways, huh? It works. It'd be fun to watch. The Dark Tide set is going to be my next set, I think. I'm pretty set on it. I don't know. Or maybe like an Arbites set would be cool too. Don't know if they have those, but ahoy, Sir Unholy Crusader. Thank you guys for being friendly. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. The thing that I hate the most about the painting, it's not the painting itself. It's like cutting it out of the tray. The way that some of the pieces are fused to the tray sometimes is pretty like dumb. Like the contact points are so large that you have to like cut the tray basically and use like one of those sharp like pencil knives to like whittle down the little tray bits. It's tough, man. I think that's the worst part about it. The painting is good. The cutting out part takes a long time. It takes a really long time. Anywho, back to it. This is no human-made object. It was grown from a wraith bone, a material favored by the Aeldari. As you lean... Wait, what is Aeldari? An ancient and highly advanced alien race that once dominated the galaxy. Ah. As you lean over the shard, you suddenly hear a multitude of voices. They blend together, and individual words are distorted, as though they are mocking your attempts to grasp their meaning. The nagging whisper is like the burning red scratch of an unholy claw upon your mind. We can just toss the shard into the depths of the reactor. Heinrichs, take a look over there. Is this by any chance what you were looking for? Heinrichs raises his head, gets up, and makes a wry face as he carefully examines Aurora's weapon. This unholy object is the work of inhuman hands, and judging by the cold I am sensing, it is a tool of the Arch-Enemy. I am most grateful for your vigilance, Taku. Heinrichs takes the strange shard out of the control panel and studies it for a few seconds. Curious. Heinrichs stows the corrupted object away and turns to you. Rogue Trader, on behalf of the Holy Ordos, I thank you for your cooperation and release you from requisition. From this moment on, I am at your service. I am ready to come aboard your ship and head for Footfall as soon as you deem it possible. That is, if you do not have any other business in this system, in which case I am prepared to assist you in its prompt resolution. Let's remove Aurora's mask. The iron helmet is firmly attached to the heretic's flesh. Her face is impossible to make out in the darkness behind the bars of her mask, but after peering at it for a little longer than necessary, you wonder if, for a moment, you saw something move. Let's finish cleaning this monastery, Pascal. Executing. Let the Omnissiah-given motive force flow and all objects in its path be eradicated. Okay. Cool. Can I loot, please? Pascal? I need to loot real quick. Pascal? Pascal, there's goods on the floor? Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. I'm taking Goofy drinking. He will need it after this violent freedom. Goofy? Oh, let's go Space Elf Knife. Who's Goofy? Space Elf. Pascal, smash your pass. Oh wait, no, sorry, now I understand. Okay, sorry, I understand the context of the situation. I understand what you're talking about with Goofy now. Sorry, my reading comprehension is poor. Pascal, smash or pass. Alright, class. Hold on, let me read this real quick. Miraculous fusion reactor. Alright, class. Here he is. Wait. I can't really get a better angle on him, but... Alright. Kashi? Thoughts? Is this what you wanted? I really don't have a better angle on... Pascal. I don't know if there's a... Is there a way to view his portrait? I'm pretty sure there's a way to view his portrait. Well, this is what he looks like. I know how to view it in dialogue, but I don't know how to view it outside of that. Is he like a robot? He's like kinda. He replaces human fleshy bits with robotic bits. How much is flesh and how much is robot is kind of questionable because he wears like a robe over the whole thing. That's hot. Alright. Well, there's a clippable Kashi quote right there. Well, let's see. He was originally human, yeah. I'm not sure how much is human though, because at some point you need human parts at some point, right? Also, Pascal is like well over 100, isn't he? So how is his skin not like weathered, wilted, not wilted, wrinkled? You know, we love discarding humanity. Let's see. Kashi says Smash, I guess. I don't know anything about this game. I missed Kashi's gooneries. There she goes again. He's not the to-be kind, though. Yeah, but I don't know. I guess you don't have to be. If you had to replace 2 body parts with robotic parts, which would you choose? Question is for everyone. Can't answer that in Taku's chat. Thank you for your restraint. I think I'd replace my spine. I don't know how that would work. I'd replace my spine and my skull, I think. I have no clue how any of this would work, keep in mind. But I think, like, at the base of everything, that would probably be the most productive. Don't know how that would work, though, but... let's see. Very little of him is still human. A lot of his human parts have been tampered with, so they last longer. Last longer, you say? Oh my! But, I see. I don't know how you get skin to last longer. I know Space Marines live, like, indefinitely. But, until they're killed, obviously, but I don't know about, the rest. But, let's see. Spine and knees make my life definitely better. Yeah, I think... Like, the things you need to watch out for, especially when it comes to injuries, are spine and head. You know? Anything with your spine and head is just like... Anything with your head, that it's very bad. But stuff with your spine is kind of like, you know, risk of paralysis. So I'd say, yeah, spine and head for me. Yeah, I know that's not really a specific body part, but let's see. Only sad part is I know he for sure knows things, but finds it meaningless. He's so focused on his priesthood. You see, I could change that. Alrighty. You all say smash, but it's you who would be smashed. Hashi's like, oh, who says? Who says I'm not? I'm not into that. Right, yeah. The thing with mechanical replacements IRL is that they wear and tear and can happen. The need replacements, sometimes more prone to infection, so I'd okay if I have an answer. Well, I mean, this is, you know, fantasy. Let's just assume that everything's fine with the replacement, you know? I think having robot eyes would be pretty cool, you know? 20/20 vision, built-in binoculars or something. That'd be cool. Pretty cool. Giggle says, I'm perfect, so IDK what part I'd replace. No comment. Yes, his priesthood. Robot brain. You know, actually, you raise an excellent point. Yeah. I mean, okay, this is hypothetical, obviously, so I don't know how this would work. Yeah, I mean, at some point, I imagine you're not the same person, right? You're a robot at that point. But if you could, like, replace my brain with a robot brain, and then just make everything else the same, so that I can't even tell I have a robot brain, I think I'd do it. I think it'd be fun. It'd be a fun time, you know? Oh, having photographic memory would be really cool. I heard that there's, like, some kind of unique condition or something where there's, like, 4 people noted in the world that can remember every day of their entire lives or something. I think that'd be cool. As long as I could, like, a wipe for cringe memories, you know. Cyberpunk eyeballs. So true. So true. That'd be fun. And becoming a robot is every boy's dream. So true. Robots were so cool in elementary school. Still cool. But what of yourself would you lose in the process? Is your human brain now what makes you you? Or perhaps you believe in the existence of a separate soul that would continue on, despite the end of yourself? Excellent philosophical question. Speaking of which, have you ever played Soma? The game Soma explores this very question. What makes you you? You know? If you were replaced with a robot, how much of you would still be you? You know? Never played any game before, okay. But, no, Soma don't believe in video games. Video games don't exist as long as you don't think about them. But I do believe that Soma really is an excellent game. Not the horror is whatever. I don't particularly care for horror games, but the philosophical questions are very interesting. Giggles would hate to remember everything. So would I. But you would gain a lot too, you know? Think of never needing to study because you could just, like, look at the textbook one time and remember everything that's in it, you know? You know? Robots are cool. I'd be down for some cyberpunk dystopia. I would not. I mean, the cyberpunk dystopia, it just seems... Cyberpunk is one of those worlds that I'm like, I'd love to visit. I don't want to live there, though. But if, you know... Like, I don't want synthetic steak. I want real steak. You know? Know what I mean? Cool to visit. Not as fun to play, or to live, you know? Live in that world. Sorry you had to learn like this. Damn. I have to remember everything. What else makes me if not my core memories? I forget too much of myself. To lose those memories would be like losing myself. Forced to redo my actions over and over. Yes. And that is what makes dementia so scary. I don't know. I mean, if you live long enough... I mean, if you were to just have, like, a normal memory for indefinitely, then wouldn't you just slowly mutate into something that you're not over time? As you evolve and lose core memories, forget important moments. Is every memory a core memory? So true, Giggles. So true. What makes a core memory a core memory? What makes a canon event a canon event? What if synth steak tastes better than real steak? Now, you raise an excellent point, but what if synth steak doesn't taste like steak? You know? Now I want steak. Why don't you just buy a steak? Don't have a steak? Why don't you just buy one? Time to cook some? So true. Crusader says, you don't understand that one night on the toilet after Taco Bell in 2011 is what makes me me. It was my defining moment. I decided from then on, I would never have Taco Bell ever again. I've been getting more into Taco Bell lately. I went to Taco Bell like 2 times in the past 2 weeks. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not really like that quality. The steak burrito is pretty. It's pretty good though. I don't know. The tacos themselves, I don't know why Taco Bell is called Taco Bell. The tacos are kind of terrible, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I feel like I could go to Safeway and just throw together a taco that tastes better. But the burritos are pretty good. It should be Burrito Bell. You know? Why call it a taco if the tacos suck? Just call it Burrito Bell. Midnight snack. I'm pretty sure there's a midnight snack pack at Taco Bell. Why would they call it steak? I don't know. No idea. This is the real reason why you were drawn towards Taco's channel. Crusader didn't know it, but Crusader was drawn in by Poop Talk without realizing how much Poop Talk there is on this channel. Kashi, you were a midnight snack. Small acts of cannibalism. It's 2 a.m. and I'm eating mashed potatoes. What kind of existence are you living? Is it just mashed potatoes? Do you have gravy, or is it just like... I'm just picturing Azrae sitting in the dark, covered in a blanket, eating cold mashed potatoes from the fridge. Not even heated. There's no additional anything. No meat. No, like, stuff mixed in with the potatoes. It's just cold, instant mashed potatoes from, like, 3 days ago. Now I'm hungry. I already ate. Sucks for you guys. I already ate. I'm eating something with it, but it's a native dish. IDK what to call it in English. I don't know. I'm kind of worried that if you do say it, I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation. Kind of worried about that part. All the food talk finally got to Azrae. So true. Azrae, it's time to order a pizza. Whatever it is, not a huge fan of mashed potatoes. Perhaps a controversial take, but alas, I don't like gravy. I'm just going to throw that out there. You can hate it all you want. I don't like gravy. It's just... It's like it's not sure if it wants to be a soup or a sauce. You know what I mean? So gravy's just... Eh. It's not my fault. Welcome back to Dr. Pagan as well. We're talking about gravy, I think. I don't know what we're talking about, but welcome in to Dr. Pagan. How are you? Everyone say hello to Dr. Pagan. Hello, Dr. Pagan! Aspen was literally talking food to me while I was streaming. Have you thought about ordering a pizza? Dude, did you know? I heard that Domino's has a stuffed crust now in their offerings. Not sponsored, obviously. But if you wanted stuffed crust, Domino's does it now. Like a mozzarella stuffed crust. Mozzarella. Like my old mozzarella sticks. Not a big mashed potatoes fan either. Mashed potatoes is... It's okay. I'm more of a hash brown guy myself. When it comes to potatoes, I think in all the ways to prepare a potato, I think hash brown is top tier. Crispy French fries are a close second. And pretty much everything falls after that. Like, any kind of, like, big French fries. I'm not a big fan of big French fries. I think they're too potato-y. Mashed potatoes are just okay. They're not bad, but they're okay. Baked potatoes, okay. Let's see. Miss Stream. I was working when that happened. I don't mix mashed potatoes with other things. Just plain mashed potatoes. IDK man, step up your game. Taku L after L. So true! You know me. When will you finally have a good take? I don't know. Soon, I hope. A gravyless life is no life at all. Well, I beg to differ. I would choose to say a gravy having life is no life at all. Let's see. Crusader says hello to Dr. Pagan. Dr. Pagan smiles. Are you actually a doctor? Are you actually a pagan? Hee, who's to say? How mysterious. What if Dr. Pagan was your doctor? Would that be crazy? Let's see. I'll make sure to use your command when I think of you. Does Kashi not have a command? I don't remember if I made one. Don't pull it out, Kashi 2025. Honestly, none of this surprises me anymore. Anytime Kashi says something that's like remotely questionable, none of it surprises me. I barely blink. It's just expected behavior. 24. Wow, the passage of time. So true. How long have I known you people? Well, I've been here for about... We're coming up on 2 years now. So everybody, most people here know each other for like a year and a half. Roughly. I don't know. Crusader's been here for about a month and a half, roughly. And Dr. Pagan has been here for... I can't remember. But within the past few months, I think. Let's see. Pretty sure the context was innocent, though. I doubt it, but maybe. I don't know. Like, don't pull out the arrow, because that's not medically sound. IDK. Okay. Maybe. I don't know. And yeah, there's no Kashi command. Damn it. The original context was innocent. Help. Kashi's not beating down bad allegations. Let's see. I knew you... You knew what you were doing when you said that, so true. Kashi's innermost thoughts come out in innocent text. Quote, innocent text. Right. Kashi, innocent? I don't believe you. Crusader says, Kashi, I believe you. Should you? Should you? It says I've been subbed for 15 years, and I think I missed a month or two. So, ew. 15 years. I feel like I was 26 when I met you. We've come a long way. A little under a month. Still have the sub graced to be by K. Scott. Ah, so true. So true. I miss K. Scott. K. Scott is spending time with the kids though, so damn. But let's see. 15 years is a long time. So true. I actually have a couple Kashi quotes saved up. Should I? Depends what they are. I think the issue is that you were just too iconic for only one command to try to encompass that. So true. Kashi sub before Twitch was created. Was Twitch really only 15... less than 15 years old? What year is it? So 15 years ago would be... No, come on. Twitch was around in 2010, I think, right? Huh. I would be interested. Kashi lore time. How do you describe Kashi? Kashi is like very, very nice and loving to all, except me. Well, including me, but kind of hostile sometimes. And says down bad things pretty constantly. She can't help herself. Anytime there's someone even remotely attractive on screen, Kashi just let something leak. That was a wild way of putting it, actually. Just pretend I didn't say that. I am not down bad at all. I don't know what you were talking about. So true. Right. Tsundere Imoto vibe? I agree. Crusader says, I can see that, honestly. So true. It's just too easy. So true. But no, Kashi the third is real. What? Oh, the thirst. I was like, the thirst? What's the thirst? No, I see. The thirst. The thirst. Wild quote. It was unintentional. Anyways, so Justin fan? The name is familiar. Wasn't that someone who got banned or something? I don't remember. Welcome back to Grizz. Welcome back. Thank you for the resub. Welcome back, Grizz. You made it just in time. Kashi's here. But thank you for the resub. Thank you so much. Thank you. Is that my main man? Guess I was banned that once. Okay, well, I don't remember doing that. Wait, who banned you? Was it Mandy? Anytime, just to clarify for Crusader, who might not have, who only just appeared, Kashi asks to get banned a lot. That's the other Kashi lore thing. She asked to get banned. I think Mandy obliged, like, one time. Let's see. Was it me? Or maybe Giggles. Yeah. Giggles did. I see. I see. Well. But how's it going, Grizz? Grizz, have you finished moving yet? Have you finished moving into the new place? I feel really bad. Grizz... I think it's okay for me to say this. Grizz wanted to chat, like, 2 weeks ago, but I was having just, like... I was so socially burned out. I had, like, so many, like, social things to do that I was just like, I can't. I can't do it. So I felt bad. Grizz had to drive home alone without Taku company, unfortunately. And not yet this weekend. Very nice. Very nice. I'm very excited for you, Grizz, to move into this new and wonderful, wonderful place. Try not to dox it. But, Grizz, you be wilding so true. Let's see. Mandy wants me banned. Mandy loves all. Mandy loves all. Crusader says, I'm so new. This is all a whirlwind of lore. So true. So true. There's like... There's a lot of lore here. For good and bad. There's a lot of lore here. Wow. You know, I just had a weird sudden realization that I've been talking this, like, that I'm alive and talking. You guys ever get that? You just, like, realize, like, wow, I'm actually talking. Anyways, what was I saying? I just realized I don't deserve the sword and the power that comes with it. At some point, we must all lay our bloody past to rest. So true. Didn't Mandy accidentally time out someone during Darktide stream? Yes, it was Glorbus. It was Glorbus. I haven't seen Glorbus since, so maybe like one time. I don't remember. But for the most part, I haven't seen Glorbus. Glorbus, poor guy. He was just trying to talk and got smoked. Free sub, though, for Glorbus. Mandy paid for it. With great power comes great responsibility. So true! Also, I have missed 2 to 3 months of lore myself, Sag. Let's see, what has happened over the last few months? I think the last time I had frequently seen Kashi was around... I think around Metal Gear is the last time I saw Kashi for a while, and then it was Darktide one more time, and about now, I think. There hasn't been a whole lot that you missed. The end of Metal Gear, a few Darktide streams, a bit of Repo. Not much. Just kind of all over the place lately. And now we're doing Rogue Trader, so now we're here. Yeah, from the chat for Glorpus, so true. Oh, and then Tiny Glade, but I didn't play that too much, and you were there for that, so it's fine. F in the chat for Glorbus, so true. Big Fs. Yes, the consciousness event. My mind is fried. I'm actually running on autopilot. I don't know if any of you guys can tell, but I'm actually on autopilot. I found out that McDonald's is charging like a few dollars for like a large black coffee. I usually drink like the iced coffees, but I've been drinking the black coffee lately because my dentist is not happy about my teeth health, so I'm trying to cut back on all the sugary sodas. So I'm drinking black coffee now. I don't know if that's better or not, but I'm just like, I'm wired. I should be tired, but my eyes are open. I'm like, I guess I'm mentally kind of tired. But I'm running on autopilot. Like, I'm actually not thinking. I get into like a groove when I'm streaming where I kind of forget that I'm streaming and I just kind of like respond to you in my mind, but like my mind comes out of my mouth, so I just keep talking and blah blah blah. So as long as I don't think about streaming, it's fine. I'll be totally fine. Asbury says IDK who Glorbus is. Glorbus said something. I don't know if Mandy meant to delete Glorbus's message, but Mandy accidentally banned Glorbus and then felt really bad about it and gave Glorbus a sub when Glorbus came back. Oh wait, no, maybe Glorbus was timed out or something. I don't know if Glorbus was timed out or banned. I think it might have been timed out because I think Glorbus couldn't talk for like 10 minutes. And then Mandy gifted Glorbus a sub. Luckily, all games I don't know anything about, so true. Sad about missing Repo, though, so true. Taku enamel lore, my enamel is not good. You can't really tell. If you just, like, see me in person, you can't tell. But my enamel is cooked. So. And coffee is acidic, not great for teeth. Okay, well. Guess I can't have coffee anymore. This is why we can't have nice things. Asbury says, I find that sometimes I go on autopilot for months. Good sir. That is relatable. But also, get your vitamin D levels checked. Because I have been taking my vitamins lately. And boy, oh boy, do I feel good. Or better, anyways. Wahoo, the hazy monotony of life continues on. So true. My life was a lot more hazy and monotonization when I was by myself, living alone, and without my vitamins. My vitamin levels were 17 when I the first time I got tested for my vitamin levels. And the acceptable levels are 30 to 100. Actually, since Kashi's here, I think I brought this up the other day, but at Kashi, I got tested for my vitamin D levels. They were 17, with the acceptable being 30 to 100, and I got put on like 10,000 IU supplements to take once a week for 10 weeks. And at the end of all of it, I had a level of 23. So I went from horrible vitamin D levels to bad. So going from horrible to bad is not the worst thing in the world, but it's definitely not a good thing. What a way to describe having a conversation. LOL, I kid, I kid. Are you a kid, though? Crusader says, the horrors persist, as must I. Excellent way of putting it. Excellent way of putting it. I absolutely agree. One day I will wake up at 50 years of age and I won't recall where all the time went. Yep, that's how I feel currently. I almost doxed my own age. But when I don't know, man. You know, my coworkers, they're older than I am. They're like going upstairs and down the stairs and like, you know, crawling under desks to set some stuff up. Dude, I was like, I had this little like workstation. I was standing at a table today and I had to like lean over to like use the keyboard. I leaned over for maybe like 10 minutes and I got some like pretty intense lower back pain. Isn't that crazy? I'm not even that old. Like, why does my back hurt? You know? And how are these guys that are older than me just, like, running around totally fine? You know? I don't get it. Am I just, like... Am I aging at, like, 3 times the rate or something? 10-minute timeout. So true. I haven't been to the dentist in a bit, and I'm scared I floss, though. Yep, well, cavities. Have fun with your, you know, teeth falling out. That's my life, my friend. All we can do is persist in trying our best to remember the small joys. So true. Asbury says, my vitamin D levels, I think my vitamin D levels are through the roof. I've been getting a lot of sun lately. I've been getting a lot of sun too, but my vitamin D levels suck. So I don't know. Coffee is fine to drink as long as you take care of your teeth. Well, yeah, I'm not taking care of, so. The dentist is mad that I'm like, I do this thing where I buy a Monster energy drink and I sip it throughout the day. They don't like that. They were saying that every time you sip, it's like a new introducing like a new acidity to your teeth. So it's better to just drink it all in one go during a meal as opposed to throughout the day. Or, sorry, maybe not Monster specifically, but drinking your sugary whatever is better done with a meal all at once as opposed to throughout the day like I do. So currently I'm drinking a water, if you can believe it. Crusader says sun is good. I agree, kind of, but I'm also willing. I would much prefer to just enjoy the sun, but from inside, where it's nice and cool, in my air-conditioned room. The vitamin, so true. I'm pretty sure my vitamin D levels were single digits at some point in my life. Lamau! But I've always felt fine. Have you, though? Have you really? You went from horrible to mid? I didn't even go from horrible to mid. I just went from horrible to bad. You know? I don't even think I got up to mid. Most people these days are vitamin D deficient, though. Lamau, so get your sunlight, wear sunscreen, take your supplements. So true. Thank you for the posture check. I don't know if you realized that I was leaning back in my chair, but thank you for calling me out on it. Thank you for the hydrate as well. Thank you. Sorry, I'm really far behind on chats. I am aware of this. Taku, let's go sit outside for 15 minutes a day. Nope. You can take your outside and go somewhere else with your outside, because... I mean, don't literally, but... Going outside? No thanks. That's a red flag right there. Hear me out, guys. That's a red flag. Outside? Gross. Dox your age right now. Do it right now. Nope. You guys can probably guess, to be honest. Dude, we are just flowers with stress. Excellent way of putting it, Crusader. And I don't wear my sunscreen, so I really be strengthening my D. Insane. Sunscreen. You must wear sunscreen regardless of how strong your D is. So true. Water. Dub, I love water. Why can't water taste good, though? Crusader says, I was blessed with good genetics. At the beginning of summer, I got a really bad sunburn. And then I don't sunburn for the rest of the year. Huh? Is that how that works? I don't know, man. Like, I went out in the sun for like a few hours, like 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago, and I started peeling. Like, my shoulder has only like just now stopped peeling. Actually, wait, no. I'm rubbing my shoulder and there's some dead skin flying off. Nope. Apparently, I don't wash very good either, because this really should have just came off in the shower. Water time. LOL. Water. My vitamin D levels are probably the best they've ever been. Oh yeah, I guess I believe that. Giggles goes outside, you see. I just filled my water bottle too. Let's go. Everybody drink water. Ew. Gross. Do you guys drink from tap? I used to drink straight from the tap. I don't know if that's a good thing to do, but I used to do it. No filter or anything. Just like turn the water on. I'm probably like full of lead, to be honest with you. Maybe that's why I'm kind of dumb sometimes. I'm probably filled with like copious amounts of lead. Asbury says I had to delete my comment before sending it. Don't know what you said, but water gulper over here. Watch me or listen or something. Water does taste good. You were just wrong. Stinky confirmed. Ashy confirmed. Take your skin off. Take your skin off. You should use an African net sponge. What is that? What is the net sponge? Embrace the Omnissiah. I don't know if the Omnissiah would say to take my skin off. Oh no, I guess yeah, maybe. Replace it with robotic skin or something. I can't hee-hee. I'm a coward hee-hee. Thank you for your restraint, if you were going to say something wild. I drink tap water, but I use a Brita filter. So, my family, we actually use we have a Brita filter for the fridge, but we also have a, like a sink Brita. A sink, like a faucet filter. It's one of those ones where, like, it's a separate attachment to your sink. Right? And you flip a switch and then it comes out, the water comes out through the filter. So what we do is we put the Brita filter underneath the faucet filter, So essentially the water's filtered twice. So it gets filtered as it comes out of the nozzle, and then that filtered water goes through the separate Brita filter with the container. So it's like double filtered. Like double Brita water filtered. Anyways. I don't know why I told you that. You probably could have gone your whole life without knowing Taku double Brita filter lore, but anyways. My water comes from a well, so it tastes good. What? I'm not surprised by the well thing. I think I should be more surprised by the well thing. I'm more surprised by it tasting good. How does it taste good? What's down there? Nothing wrong with being a coward. Cowards live longer. Do they, though? Do you perhaps live in the 16th century? Chat, how did they find out? This guy. And it was something about not using sunscreen. Ah, I see. Perhaps in a monastery. Do people in a monastery use wells? Do they have tap in monastery? Genuine question. Easy seltzer water enjoyer. What is the seltzer water? Is it like a special chemical inside your water or something? Your secret is safe with me. Thank you, my lord. Your secret isn't safe with me, my enemy. Never leave your guards off duty. So true. Taku, you get the good minerals in your water. When you get it from a well? Is that... Don't you have to boil it? Stalagmite water? All the rocks and minerals make it taste good. Is that really how that works? I don't think that's how that works. I mean, I guess what do I know, right? I don't know. Your grandma's water comes from a well. Okay, well, one of these days, I'm gonna have to just, like, drink well water compared with my once filtered. Here, I need to have, like, a water taste test, you know? We'll get well water in 1 cup. We'll get tap water in the other cup. We'll get once filtered Brita water in another cup. Twice filtered Brita water in another cup. And then we'll have seltzer water. And then we'll see which one tastes the best. But carbonated water, I forgot. Here's another lore dump. I hate carbonated water. It's evil. I don't know why people like carbonated water. Sorry, I'm gonna hate on carbonated water, but it's unnatural. A Coca-Cola is more natural than carbonated water. Carbonated water is like an abomination between something good and something bad. You know, water being bad, obviously, but between, you know, it's like, why would you mix two like a bad and a good thing? You know, water with soda. It's like the best and the worst of both worlds. Water just being water and soda carbonation. It's disgusting. Disgusting. I heard well water is the best. Have you? How does that come up in conversation? I mean, I know that it just did, but when do you have this conversation? Who? Why would anybody say this? It's so clean too. Is it? Because I would assume that like all the death and decay on the surface of planet Earth would just seep into the ground and just make its way. All the bacteria and dead stuff would just make its way into the water at the bottom of the well, right? I don't know. Kashi says, please don't drink any random well's water. I don't even know where I would find a well, to be honest with you. Aside from like a sewage drain, but that's obviously not drinkable. It makes filtered water taste so bland. What if I just put a rock in my water? Would that make it taste better? You drinking glacier water too? I love carbonated water. I'll mail you my well water. Crusader starts selling well water. Here's my well water in a jar. Perfectly sterile. Pellegrino, Pellegrino, yuck. Carbonated water is bad. Why is my water spicy with no taste? That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. That is disgusting, right? Your water shouldn't be spicy. Water is already terrible. You don't have to, like, add carbonation to it, you know? It's like... I don't even know how to, like, a good metaphor for what it's like to add carbonation to water. It just makes no sense. Some real hot takes today. Always. Always. Don't need to listen to the opinion of a gravy hater. Gravy is unnatural. Gravy doesn't occur in nature. Azuri says, well, what? Get it? Get what? IDK man, I just talk to people about things. Real. Oh. Well, now I got it. Okay, well. Wasn't even trying to. Makes it so easy. This man said, what if I just put a rock in my water? But that's the same thing, isn't it? Right? If... Right? Because the rocks and the dirt and the whatever, that's where your water comes from. So if you just add it back to the filtered water, right, then you add the taste back in. Don't you? Well, mail. As long as it's mailed well. I agree. How do I ban the streamer from his own stream? Asray be like, stop talking. You're digging a... well. Digging a hole for yourself. One might even call it a well. A well of water. Taku doesn't drink water confirmed. Yep. I feel like this is well-known Taku lore at this point, though. I mean, I'm drinking water now, obviously, but... water tastes bad, heresy. Water... I don't know. I'm drinking, like, twice filtered water. It's okay. Let's see. Taku's blood is probably the consistency of gravy. You know, I got a blood test, like, last week? No, I think the week before last week. I didn't have anything to drink, and that, like, that lady that was taking my blood, she could tell. I mean, on top of not really being able to find my vein for a while, she was like, oh, yep, it's coming out pretty slowly. So, yeah, it's probably the consistency of gravy. Or, like, I don't know, like, tar or something. I don't know. It's probably not a... it's not a light consistency. Water occurs in nature. Should you be loving water? Or so you should be loving water, question mark. Water's unnatural. It doesn't occur in nature. So sludgy, so true. Asking myself this every day. Making our own stream to Taku hate freely, I see. I could never. Well, it already happens on this stream, so there's no need to make another one. It already happens. We're already here. You're literally already here. There's no need to go anywhere else. You're already in the Taku hate stream. This, even on its good days, this is always the Taku hate stream. Well known. I see what you did there, and I hate it. Thank you. I try. I live for puns. I find them punny. Hardy har har, not tar. Haha. Asbury says, I used to donate blood when it was in the bag. I saw the lady squish it around. Whenever I get my blood drawn, anytime there's a needle, I always look away. I can't look. I haven't tried to look, obviously, because I'm too scared, but I haven't looked. I'm very dramatic when it comes to needles. Like, I will, like, if the needle's going in my right arm, I will, like, flex my left so incredibly hard that, I'd probably just... I don't know why Crusader's getting held by the auto mod so much today. What was I saying? I flex my arm so incredibly hard that it makes the nurses, like, concerned about their operations. All they're doing is sticking a needle in my arm, and I'm just, like, flexing like they're removing a bullet or something. Let's see. No, I'll allow it. Made me feel lightheaded. Don't look at it. Ew. Love having my blood taken. Gross. Water is unnatural. Taku 2025. You could ask me that in any year of my life, and I'd probably tell you the same thing. Taku hate stream #1 watcher. Kashi be like, I hate this. Stays. Water is unnatural. Have you heard of dihydrogen monoxide? Nope. I technically passed chemistry, but I really shouldn't have. I didn't learn anything. Nothing lasting, anyways. They used to tell me to look away, but I always have to watch. It's fascinating. Wild, actually. Asbury says, I like to watch a needle enter my skin, or my vein. Think of this, right? Here's the reason I didn't want to look at the needle. So, because the needle is essentially like a really small straw, right? I don't know if this is me being stupid, but like, the needle is like a really small straw. So, you know, like when you put a straw in ice cream, and there's like, the inside of the straw is now filled with ice cream, right? So, when you get a shot, when you get like a vaccination, right? Isn't it the same thing where you get the vaccination needle like stuck into your arm? But on like a tiny level, doesn't this mean that like a little noodle of skin is like inside of the vaccination needle? And then when the nurse like squirts the vaccination into your arm, doesn't that mean that there's like a little skin noodle floating around in your arm or something? Or is that just dumb and that just never happens? I don't know. And that's why I don't like to think about it. I like to just look away, just so I don't have to think about the skin noodle. I like to watch the needle enter my vein. Absolutely insane. Crusader says freak maxing. I absolutely agree. Absolutely wild. Those things can kill you in abundance. I still don't know what dihydrogen monoxide is. What the hell is that? It reminds me that I am but a mortal man. It's harder to find your veins when you're dehydrated. I think I had like 1 cup of coffee. And then nothing else. And then I went to get my blood drawn. Flex passes out due to nosebleed. When I flex and like tense up, not only does it make the nurse concerned, but I low-key feel like I'm gonna pass out. But just because I'm like so afraid of the needle. If the needle is a straw, okay, well, I'll just let that chat sit. Crusader says, vampire lover over here, so true. I've done nothing wrong. You've done nothing wrong in your life ever. Late night chat, so true. So incredibly true. Speaking of late night chat, when is daylight savings? Is that coming up? It's coming up in like a few months, right? Doesn't apply to me, obviously. But, you know, vampires dub. Are they, though? I mean, I guess, yeah, vampires are pretty cool. As long as I'm not getting bit, they're pretty cool. Kashi supports Asbury rights and wrongs confirmed. Always. Nodders. I'm not yet spilling my guts about vampires. Huh? Does this mean you like vampires? Or he doesn't know his chemistry? I don't. I actually in high school, I used to spend my lunch periods and my after school time for like 30 minutes. I used to spend it in the chemistry room. Specifically because I wasn't paying attention in class and I didn't know how to do the homework. So I would get as much done as I could during lunch and after school before I went home. Because I didn't know what was happening. So to this day, I don't know chemistry. Vampires can rearrange my room. I think it's bedtime for me. Anyways, GG's everyone. Had fun. Thank you for joining us tonight, Kashi. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Preach queen. Dihydrogen monoxide, also known as H2O. Well, why didn't you just say that? Wait. What? Oh, wait, is monoxide only one oxygen? It's like dihydrogen, that makes sense, right? There's two hydrogens, but like, wouldn't it just be dihydrogen oxygen? Because there's only one oxygen? Because nobody's like, you don't say, you know, monoxide being like a one oxygen. Nobody says like monohydrogen. You know what I mean? They would just say hydrogen if it's just one hydrogen. If it's one hydrogen, it's just hydrogen. So then why not just call it oxygen? You wouldn't say monohydrogen. Bye-bye, my dear Kashinator. Thank you for blessing us with your presence. So true. Always a blessing. Night, I'll see you in a month or something. Kashi, no. Come say hi to Mandy sometime. I think Mandy fell asleep. I think Azura might have fell asleep too. But I'm sure they would say hello. So I will say hello on their behalf. Hello. And it was wonderful to meet you, Kashi. Of course, missing them always. Let's see. Next time I dox my name, I'll make sure to tell you. Very nice. They were here at the beginning of stream. So true. Missed this gold just barely. Nice to meet you too. Thank you, Promi. Bye 5 ever. Kashi, no. We need to freak the late night streams more often. How could there ever be only one oxygen? What do you mean? What do you mean, how can there ever be only one oxygen? What are you talking about? There can be one of anything, right? What do you mean one? What? H2O, right? Wait. No, yeah. Anything can exist in ones, surely. Right? I think it's because the oxygen is in the middle, coupling the hydrogen like a degenerate. I see. Really? If I breathe once, that's one oxygen. And then I don't exhale, and then I breathe in again. That's two oxygen or one. That's one. Yeah, that's one oxygen. Come on. Or, as it would scientifically be known, a monoxygen. As one says. Oxygen is usually O2. Okay, but then they should have called it dioxygen then. Come on. Who's making up all these chemistry rules? Dihydrogen? Two hydrogens? But if oxygen exists at two, it's not dihydrogen. You know? I mean, sorry, not dioxygen. Dihydrogen. Dioxide? Now we're just making words up. What do you mean? Carbon dioxide? Oh, yeah. Anyways. Automods see my freedom of speech. I don't know why Automod is so, like, on you today. Oxygen is O2 because it needs two. Monoxide is a single oxide, not an oxygen. It needs two. What? Oxygen is O2. Monoxide is a single oxide. So you're telling me that dioxide... So monoxide is a single oxide, okay? So then to say dioxide, then dioxide would be O2. It wouldn't be oxygen. It would just be dioxide, right? Because there's two of them. There's two oxides, so it's dioxide, right? And carbon dioxide. So that carbon dioxide would be carbon and O2, CO2, right? But then why not carbon oxygen if it's carbon plus O2? If I'm breathing right now and that's 1 oxygen and you're breathing 2, we're breathing the same 1 oxygen? What? No, that's ridiculous. What are you talking about? Exactly, so that's like, I need more than 1 breath. These 2 oxygens. What? Yeah, but that's one oxygen per person. There's 4 of us talking right now, so that's trioxide plus 1. What are you talking about? What? Gotta Google stuff now, thanks guys. Crusader is like 20 IQ points dumber thanks to listening to this conversation. Quad oxide? What? Not gonna lie, that made me laugh out loud for real. Quad oxide. Giggling like a goblin. So yeah, so I guess in that way... Yeah, so I guess using Azray's logic, right? If you breathe in once, don't exhale, and then you breathe again, that's a quad oxide. Because you would have O2, and then you'd add another O2, so you'd make a quad oxide. Technically. I mean, using my logic, it's still just O2, but... Giggle says what? Okay, so... Giggles, if you breathed in, right? You breathe in once, and then you don't exhale, and then you breathe in again, right? The first time you're inhaling O2, the second time you're inhaling O2. Therefore, by Azray's logic, it would be O2 plus O2, which would actually be an O4. And an O4 is technically... Or, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. You breathe in once, O2. Breathe in twice, O2. Combine those together, you get an O4. Oxygen is a oxide. So O4 would be a quad oxide. You know? Appy says oxygen is not typically called dioxide because dioxide implies a compound with 2 oxide ions, O2 minus, while oxygen often refers to the diatomic molecule O2. Tomato, tomato. I don't read. I don't know what that means. 2 oxide ions, diatomic molecule. I don't understand the statement, and I won't respond to it. Azray says that's only a duo oxide. Because that's just 2 breaths. Right, but it's a duo oxide of... No. It's a duo... It's a duo dioxide. Oh, no, I guess it would be a... Or maybe a dual oxygen. He thought we wouldn't recognize copy-paste, but we did. It's in quotations for a reason. So true. You can only breathe 1 oxygen at a time. Dolphins are the only mammals that can breathe 2 oxygens at a time because they have blowholes in their head. What? Okay, that hear me out. This conversation is making me lose brain cells. That statement actually is dumber because hear me out, okay? Now, let me give you a different hypothetical, okay? Hear me out. Let me cook for a second, okay? Instead of the hypothetical, right, that you breathe in, you don't exhale, and then you breathe in a second time, okay? Let me do you one better. You breathe in through your nose, right? You breathe in through your nose once, and then you don't exhale, and then you breathe in again. Technically, you've got 2 nostrils, right? So like Azray says, 1 oxygen per nostril. And if oxygen is O2, that means you breathe in O2 plus O2 with every breath, right? So then it's O2 plus O2 for breath 1, which is an O4. And then the second breath through your nostrils is also an O4. So now, technically, if you breathe in through your nose and you don't exhale, and then you breathe in again, now it's an O8. So now it's an octadioxide. right? An octoxide, if you will. Giggle says, they taught me this in chemistry. It's O to the 4th power. Okay, well. Whatever. Whatever. Crusader says, that's their nose, we have those too. So do we breathe one oxygen through both nostrils? They combine in our lungs. Because, I mean, my thought, initially my thought was that you breathe in once, right? That's an O2. And you breathe in again, that's also O2. But they combine, so they would be one oxygen, right? I don't know. If you breathe through your nose, you get 2 oxygens, and then breathe in through your mouth. That's another oxygen. Right. What if a guy has only 1 nostril? Will he suffocate? No? Because if you only have 1 nostril, then you're just breathing in O2. It's just oxygen. Come on. Come on, Appy. Come on. Obviously, he's fine. It's O2. He only has a 1 O2. Let's see. It's another oxygen. Because 2 oxygens will try to go in 1 nostril, and it will get stuck. What? You can only breathe 1 oxygen per nostril? No, you can't. What? Oh, wait, no, yeah. No, yeah, no, wait, no. Wait, let me see. You might have a point there, actually. 2 oxygens will try to go in 1 nostril. You breathe through your nose, you get 2 oxygens. And then breathe through... Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. If you breathe in through your nose, you get 2 oxygens, and breathe in through your mouth, that's another oxygen. So then that's... But that's 3 oxygens, but... It won't get stuck. It's just 1 oxygen a nostril. And then 1 through the mouth, so that's 3 oxygens. Why does your oxide have tentacles? What? Where's the... Tentacoxide. Okay, I don't know what this means anymore. So they can violate carbons. You can't fit 2 oxygens in 1 nostril. I see. Y'all are freaky. Don't lump me in with them. I'm fine. I'm not deranged. That's all them. That is entirely them. 2 oxygens, 1 nostril. Oh, are we talking about the 1 nostril thing? If you have a nose that has 2 nostrils and you breathe in, that's 1 oxygen per nostril, which is 2 oxygens. But you can't put 2 oxygens in 1 nostril. It's just 1 oxygen. 1 oxygen, 1 nostril. Come on. Get with the laws of chemistry. You heard me. Do I need to get the cameras rolling, or you just an enabler? They say the community is a reflection of the streamer. Bro, this one has nothing to do with me. This one was, honestly, genuinely, this one had nothing to do with me. I'm just sitting here. I'm talking a hypothetical about the quadroxide or whatever. Nothing to do with me. I'm hinged. I'm safe. You know, I'm whatever happens, happens. I didn't say it. I didn't even think it. I'm literally just sitting here talking science, as one does. You know what I mean? I kind of forgot we're playing a game, technically. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Hold on. Hold on. We can keep talking, but I need to loot these guys before I forget. I'm gonna forget. Give me all your stuff, man. It's too bad I can't loot everything all at once. Nice place you got here. Too bad I'm gonna loot all of it. Do I enable? Do I enable you guys, or am I actually wholesome? Because I think I'm kind of wholesome, personally. I think I'm like super wholesome. Don't know about you guys.
Money to be made.
But I'm like super, super wholesome. I haven't said anything about anything ever, actually. I like literally just got here. I've never once have I said anything even remotely out of pocket. Not even remotely. Oh, you can loot Aurora. Give me your stuff. What is that? Sniper's gloves. Wears deal 5% damage. Cool. Blasphemous prism. A glass prism crafted by the cultists of the Final Dawn. It belonged to their leader, Aurora. If you look through it long enough, your vision begins to deceive your mind, showing what could be instead of what is. Kind of real. Let's see. The game's been stopped for 45 minutes by now. What a tangent. Loved every minute of it. Thank you, Crusader. Taku corrupted chat. I bear no responsibility for what happens here.
Keep your
If anything were to go awry, it's probably because the auto mod just doesn't work. You know? Probably the auto mod. The hollowed electrodynamic Cenobium greets its savior. You're welcome. They all look like snails. They're like human snails. Is this what you wanted for yourself, to look like a snail? Has your whole life led to this moment where you just decide you want to be a snail? I don't get it. I don't even know where I'm supposed to go. A guarded shuttle is ready to transport the captain to the void ship. Oh, okay. Alright, well, I guess I hope I'm not bombarded with dialogue right now.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
I don't know if my brain is on enough. I feel like I lost so much brain cells just now with the dihydrogen oxide, whatever. I don't know if I can read anymore. I think I'm cooked. Taku is a crawler of the warp space. Came in here all like, man, I can't wait to teach this chill streamer about 40k, and now I'm talking about oxygen tentacles. Just to clarify, that's not me. I said nothing about this deranged behavior. That's all Appy. Oh, did I just open the gate that was already open? But did I close it? Yeah, I don't know what I did. Whatever. It's fine. I'm just gonna walk away. Yep.
My house would be proud of me.
Judging by the dead people's equipment, they were the same wardens the governor sent to the monastery's aid.
That's how it's done.
The pieces are molten at the edges. The statue was likely blasted by a barrage from a multi-laser turret. Wish I could read the rest. Oh. The type found on landing force shuttles. So true. I don't know what that means. I'm getting back on my... Oh, wait, never mind. There's goods here. There's stuff for me to grab. Very nice. Okay. Oh. And, Appy says, alright, I think it's a good time for me to skedaddle. See you all next time. Good night, Appy. Emperor protects. Emperor protect you too. Good night, Aspen, my beloved. Asbury says, I know my sleep schedule is truly cooked when Aspen has to sleep before me. Mandy said something funny the other week. Mandy said something like, what was it? Now it's time for my biannual, or my bi-weekly ruining of my sleep schedule or something. It's time for me for my biannual wrecking of my own sleep schedule. That was funny. I didn't give her credit for that, but that was funny. I laughed in my heart. But yes, good night, Appy. Have a wonderful night.
Let us not
I, too, must be getting ready for bed. Not, like, right this minute, but I do want to go back to the Void Ship Bridge, and I want to see... I want to do a good breaking point, but on the bridge. So I'm going to go through whatever dialogue is left here before we call it quits. Alright. Who's this loser?
Road trader. I was somewhat brusque at our first meeting, and I would like to make up for it by expressing my thanks for your assistance in the electrodynamic Cenobium. Your arrival could not have come at a better time.
I accidentally called Heinrichs a loser.
Thanks to you, I have succeeded in finding the object that brought me to this system in the first place. Now that the weapon of corruption has been seized from the cult, I can satisfy the Lord Inquisitor's wish and travel with you to Footfall, once you have finished your business on Ryokan. There is one more thing. The Lord Inquisitor gave me this item some time ago. He must have thought it likely that I would find myself aboard this vessel sooner than he. I was instructed to deliver this device to Lady Theodora. However, given recent events, I believe I ought to present it to you. This is an elucidator, a sacred machine capable of translating the languages of remote and lost worlds into Low Gothic. It can even process Xenos languages to a certain degree. Not without infelicities, but possibly well.
Pretty cool, actually. To be honest, is this some kind of tracking device? Honestly, it doesn't even matter. Well, should I say that? Generosity is greatly appreciated. I'm not sure if I want to ask that. Honestly, it doesn't even matter. They track me, they don't track me. Doesn't matter. Thank you. The Inquisition's generosity is greatly appreciated.
May the elucidator serve House von Valancius as faithfully as it has served the acolytes of the Holy Ordos up to now.
I'm kind of worried that if I call him out on it and I'm like, is this a tracking device? I kind of feel like he'll be like, okay, I'm going to take it back then. You don't need it, do you? Let's see. As faithfully as it has served the acolytes of the Holy Ordos. What do you plan to do now?
I would like to offer my assistance in resolving your immediate problems. I am aware that the ship suffered considerable losses during the recent mutiny and was damaged by the cultists' actions, and you have lost many valuable officers as well. You are in a difficult situation. I am at your disposal.
Don't you have something better to do than follow me on this random crusade? Very suspicious, Inquisitor. Very suspicious. What do you think will become of the electrodynamic Cenobium?
It all depends on the electro-priests who survived the attack. Fortunately for them, the cultists did not manage to seriously corrupt the holy site, partly thanks to the priesthood's efforts. Nevertheless, I would not be surprised if the local explorator fleet decides to audit and purge the damaged units once it hears about what has happened.
Damn. I must return to my duties. Heinrichs is about to say something else when he is interrupted by the sound of a Vox signal. Someone is trying to contact you.
Thank you for your time. Please consider me at your complete disposal while I am aboard your vessel.
Congratulations on the victory, your lordship. The entire vessel was impatiently awaiting the news of your expedition's success. The rumors about you not simply saving the Tech Priest Monastery, but actually eliminating the source of the mutiny are spreading like wildfire. The Vox transmissions from across the world speak of nothing else. Governor Medina is expecting you at his command center to discuss matters. We are ready to depart immediately. Just give the order. Cool. Well, we got some leveling up to do, but... Wait, what is that? The light glinting off the polished skull of some unknown Xenos makes it seem like the bony face is mocked. Ew. But it is about that time. Damn, have I spent like 20 hours in this game? Damn. Alright. It's about that time. Well, fellas, it has been the realest of reals. But alas, it is that time, and I must take my leave. Admittedly, I'm gonna go take a piss and then play like 1 or 2 Arbites games. But thank you all for joining me. It's been a very wonderful stream. I'm going to do my best to say all my thank yous. Thank you to Happy, Mandy, Dark, Azure, Crusader, Azray, Giggles, Dr. Pagan, Grizz. Thank you, Grizz, for the resub as well. Thank you so much. And Kashi. I don't know why it took me so long. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. I think I said Crusader too early on. I hope. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Friday. Okay, let me tell you something before we go. Friday is planned to be Dark Tide. I'm gonna play it regardless. However, admittedly, I'm gonna try to get Arbites as far along as I can. I chose to play campaign, which means that I actually don't have everything unlocked immediately. So if I do play on Friday, I might not be able to play Arbites. I might have to play Zealot or something, but Friday is going to be Dark Tide regardless. If you want to join, try to get up to level 30, because we're probably going to, if it's me and Appy, we're probably going to do Damnation. So if you want to join, definitely level up as high as you can. It's open invite for whoever, so catch y'all next time. So true, it was a great stream. Thank you, Crusader. Asbury says, whatever, whenever, wherever that may be, Friday. And I'll have to see my way out. It's very late for me now. I loved meeting all these wonderful people. These wonderful people have loved meeting you too, and I'm sure that I'll speak for them. I'm sure they loved meeting you as well. And no, I'll miss more Dark Tide? Haha. Well, I don't know. I personally, I love Dark Tide. I don't play it on stream as much as I'd like to, but I love Dark Tide. Dark Tide is my off-stream game, so. But yeah, if anyone's thinking about Dark Tide, by the way, wait till tomorrow. I bet it'll go on sale. But definitely check out the Arbites DLC. That is top-tier DLC, man. It's top tier. But yeah, and it's $12, so another good thing. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you all for joining me. And I will catch you in the next stream. Let me see if there is anybody out there that I would like to raid. And if you're not following me, but you like what I do, feel free to give me a follow. But otherwise, Lavi is streaming Persona 5 The Phantom X, which is the game that I was actually just talking about at the beginning of stream. So, we're heading on over, guys. Feel free to join me for the raid. Feel free not to. Totally up to you guys. But I'm going to raid. Have a wonderful rest of your night, guys, and I will see you on Friday, hopefully. I'm thumbsing up. No one can see it. But yes, Dark Tide is a bop. I absolutely agree. All right. Night, everybody. Woo! Good night.